It's 6:05 a.m., which is much too early, and I don't want to be awake, but I need to be awake, and I have to get up, and I have to get ready for work.
This is my really amazing friend Lisa.
Okay, it's 6:30. I'm a bit more awake now, as you can see, and obviously a lot cleaner and more ready for the day. Right now I'm waiting for the kettle to boil so that I can have coffee, so that I can drink coffee. Because coffee is very important for waking Lisa's up. And then I'll be headed out to catch the train.
I met Lisa almost 2 years ago now. I went to London, which is my favorite city in the world. But since I was going alone, I didn't want to just, be alone the whole time. So I asked a friend of mine, I know you'll have a teammate in London, could we connect to could you connect us together? And so she did. In classic Allison fashion, I went to meet Lisa on a Saturday morning without checking the tube schedule to see how much of the tube was gonna be shut down on the Saturday. So I couldn't get to Lisa. And it was stressing me out because, I was going to meet this new person. I hadn't eaten any breakfast, and we all know how blood sugar issues can get. I was frustrated, I was upset, and I just wanted to call the whole thing off. But Lisa was very, very persistent and went extremely out of her way to make sure that we got a chance to meet. So we met up and I learned about her passion for books. And so she took me to a bookstore and helped me find children's books that were quintessentially British for me to take home to my new niece. And I spent a lot of time talking with Lisa. We were actually talking about work. I was helping her with some work issues. And we had a really, really lovely Saturday. And ever since then, I've, tried to keep in touch with Lisa. She's a really amazing human, and I wanted to feature her on the vlog. So Lisa actually shot all of this herself, and this is Lisa's story through Lisa's eyes.
I've brought you to one of my favourite places in London, which is Foyle's bookstore. 2 books already picked up, probably shouldn't, but I've had a bad day and I deserve books. So that's one of the ways that I deal with my bad days, is I buy books and read books and go to bookstores, because nothing bad can happen here. And my path to the job I do now actually started in a bookstore. So I was in a bookstore all the time, and they asked me if I would like a job, and I did want a job. So I started out working part-time, weekends, and then worked there for, not in that store, but for that company, selling books for 9 years. And when I left, I was the manager of a store that also had a coffee shop. And that taught me a lot about helping customers and helping people, dealing with people. But once you're the manager of a bookshop, that's the dream job. So where do you go from there? And where I went from there was to a company called Moz, which do SEO analytics as part of their customer support team. And from there to my current job at Gecko Board, where I am a customer success champion and I help people. I'm semi-technical, so I get to troubleshoot API issues, and I also get to just help people send gifts. Lego Batman high-fiving Lego Robin, it's a big favourite, and I think that's the perfect combination of things, where I get to be technical and I also get to have a lot of fun and talk to people and help them with their problems. I am making my hair turquoise, which could prove to be a terrible mistake. So I think the hair actually turned out pretty great. So I think it came out okay, although I did dye my scalp a bit blue, and my ears are ever so slightly blue. Also, we watched San Junipero while I was waiting for my hair to dry to tell whether the colour had come out well, and it made me cry. It was very sad. It was good, but it was very sad. And today I work from home, so I thought I would show you my home office, which has all of these belongs to Lisa labels on the door, and then is full of brightly coloured furniture and things. This is my non-fiction bookcase. This is my bookcase of graphic novels and single issue comics. And then my little cabinet and my record player. And then my desk. It converts from sitting to standing and I love it so much. And now I'm gonna make a podcast with my friends.
One of my favorite things about Lisa is that she has this unabashed exuberance to challenge herself. Now, she would consider herself to be an extreme introvert, yet she challenges herself to go out of her way to organize meetups, to do podcasts, to get on stage and do a presentation or a talk, even though you can tell she is just utterly petrified.
We are at breakfast. Hello.
Hello. Breakfast.
We're supposed to talk about support at support breakfast, but we generally don't. We just do support.
Busy doing support.
Yeah, and eating delicious food.
Breakfast things, yeah. Food.
Yeah.
You're always smiles.
There's Diego under the table.
Diego. Hello.
When I asked Lisa what's the one thing she's most proud about herself, the one thing she would love to like tell other people and brag about herself, she couldn't come up with anything. I think she was too humble to come up with something. But that would be what I would say for Lisa, is just the unabashed exuberance she has to challenge herself. Even though she feels uncomfortable, she does it anyway. And I think that that's something that's so important, especially for younger women to see. And so it's incredible to see Lisa do that, and I want to champion and celebrate that as much as possible.
So this is my local park. It's pretty much immediately behind where I live. Bill, show our audience the beautiful park. Which is probably the nicest part of the park. This is the bandstand, how it looks from the outside. It's quite pretty, right? It's like a really pretty park. So Alison asked me how I help people in my everyday life, which I think is a really hard question, because like I'd love to be one of those people who's like, oh, I volunteer and I give to charity and I do all of these things, but sadly I'm not hugely overburdened with free time because I work full-time and I'm a part-time student, and I also like co-host a podcast, and all of that takes up quite a lot of time. But what I do try is always to be as kind as possible to other people and to be fair when I can, because I think it's easy to get caught up in yourself and not see how a situation is for someone else. And as much as I can, I want to make sure that I'm looking at as much of the picture as I can and being kind to other people